Okay, hello, my name is Emily. I'm a student of Family Theories and Dynamics, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about systems theory. Specifically, we're going to talk about feedback loops. So, feedback loops are the continuous cycle of inputs, rules of transformation, and outputs, and subsequent inputs. In families, we see negative feedback loops and positive feedback loops. In a negative feedback loop, nothing changes. Um, we are going to be returning to homeostasis through negative feedback loops. The family system seeks equilibrium and homeostasis. Basically, they seek to stay the same. So negative feedback is what brings the system back to how it always is. Negative feedback loops either prevent change, or once change starts to happen, a negative feedback is going to stamp that out and make it stop. Positive feedback loops, though, are the push for change. When a deviation from the state of homeostasis is increased or amplified, creating more variation in the system, this is a positive feedback loop. So, positive feedback loop, change, negative feedback loop, no change. That is the easiest way to remember what is going on. Okay. So systems dominated by negative feedback loops tend to be more stable, but can also have a difficult time dealing with change, while those dominated by positive feedback loops tend to run with new ideas or inputs into the system and are more variable. And if variation goes unchecked, they can be very unstable. Okay, so now I am going to talk about CoCoMelon because if you know of any small children, parents, families, you probably know of CoCoMelon. You probably know parents who let their kids watch tons of CoCoMelon. You'd probably know parents who were like, no, get that away from my child. Anyway, CoCoMelon is a nursery rhyme program that plays just nonstop nursery rhymes for children with animations that go along with every single song. And these animations are very engaging and very entertaining for children. So much so that parents are starting to feel like their children, small children mostly, are becoming addicted to CoCoMelon. Like children want to watch CoCoMelon all day long because the animation is just so engaging and so, you might say, hypnotizing, that children become more fixated on what's going on the screen with these songs and animations as opposed to being in tune with the home and the family and just whatever's going on in real life. So some parents are starting to get a little freaked out, and maybe even regretting the fact that they have let their children watch this show at all. So let's describe what's going on in some homes where CoCoMelon is a problem. So the parents let their child watch CoCoMelon for entertainment. The child becomes fixated on watching CoCoMelon. The child does not want to stop watching CoCoMelon. The parents comply and continue letting the child watch whenever he or she wants to. The child develops a habit of watching CoCoMelon whenever they want to, and the cycle continues. So let's say the mom tries to turn CoCoMelon off and the child starts crying and complaining. This is negative feedback. The child is resisting the change and maintaining homeostasis, even though this state isn't healthy. Like you don't want your child to be watching CoCoMelon all day long. But if that is what is normal in the home, that is homeostasis. It doesn't necessarily mean healthy or good. It means normal for that family. So here we have a negative feedback loop. Mom wants change. Child cries, complains, stamps that out. There is no change, negative feedback loop. So how can the parents push for change? How can they punctuate the situation? And punctuation means go into the loop and change it. So we're going to implement a positive feedback loop. So here is what I would do if I was a parent and my child was a CoCoMelon addict. So the parents can begin joining the child when he or she is watching CoCoMelon, singing and dancing along to the nursery rhymes as well. The child will be surprised to see mom and dad acting this way, and the child will enjoy this change. The child will start to enjoy time with mom and dad more than simply watching CoCoMelon by his or herself. The child will no longer feel dependent on CoCoMelon for entertainment now that he or she has discovered how fun it is to actually do things with mom and dad. So this is morphogenesis. We are creating something. It's a transformation process that changes the form or shape of the family system. This positive feedback loop that I just described would not happen all in one day. If mom and dad came and sat next to the child while he or she was watching CoCoMelon and started singing along with the songs and dancing to try and get the child's attention, the very first time that they do this, the child may still just be completely fixated on the TV screen or the iPad. It might take a few tries, but if the mom and dad are persistent with this, over time, you would see a positive feedback loop develop. You would see the change. And that is the end of my presentation. Hopefully, if you know any children who are just hopelessly addicted to CoCoMelon, now you have hope to change things. You can punctuate that feedback. You can punctuate that feedback loop with some positive change. Um, anyway, thank you for watching this video. Bye.